God says, "Final alert. You are about to lose God's hand. Only 10 seconds left. Don't make the mistake of skipping this. Listen now. This is not a small warning. This is your final alert. My hand, which has covered you, guided you, protected you, and opened doors for you, is at the edge of being lifted. 10 seconds is all that remains in the spiritual realm before a shift happens. If you skip this, if you walk away without understanding what I'm saying, you may lose something that I never intended for you to lose. What's at risk isn't small. You could lose a breakthrough I've been building. You could miss a miracle I prepared in silence. You could delay a deliverance that was already scheduled. This is not the moment to ignore my voice. This is a moment to stop and listen. Not with your ears only, but with your spirit. Comment, "Amen," if you are receiving this right now. When I say 10 seconds, I'm not talking about a clock on your wall. I'm talking about a spiritual countdown. I have held back battles that you never even saw. I have blocked enemies that were whispering behind your back. I have delayed judgment that you were not yet ready to face. But now you are standing on the edge. You are at the tipping point. One more act of disobedience, one more day of ignoring me, one more moment of trying to handle life on your own, and my hand will lift. Not because I stopped loving you, but because you stopped listening. This is your last alert before the shift. My spirit is reaching, warning, weeping over you. You've heard me before. You felt me in quiet moments, but you brushed it off. You said later, you said I'll change soon, but soon is no longer yours. 10 spiritual seconds. That's all that's left before the door closes, before the delay ends, before the hedge around you lifts, and the enemy is watching, waiting, ready to move the second I step back. Don't test this moment. Comment 1111 if you believe this word is for you. I didn't bring you this far to abandon you. I brought you here to warn you because I still love you. But love does not mean I'll keep enabling your rebellion. Love does not mean I'll hold back consequences forever. Some of you are standing in blessings you didn't earn. You're protected in places where others fell. And it's not because you're better. It's because I placed my hand over you for a time. But times and seasons shift. And if you keep ignoring my voice, you'll find yourself exposed to the very thing I once kept from you. This is why I say, don't skip this, because the next 10 seconds are not about time. They're about decision. Will you turn now? Will you repent now? Will you say, God, I'm sorry I've gone cold? Will you stop playing with grace like it's unlimited? I am the God of mercy, yes, but I'm also the God of justice. I shut doors no man can open. I open doors no devil can shut. But I also remove my hand when my people no longer want it. You've prayed for favor but ignored my voice. You've asked for miracles but refused obedience. You've wanted me to bless what I never approved. And now you wonder why things feel off, why your peace has left, why everything feels uncertain. It's because my presence has been grieved, and you've been trying to live off a past touch. But I'm not there anymore. I'm moving, and you need to move with me before the hand lifts. You need to hear this, and you need to hear it now. There is still time, but not much. If you humble yourself today, I will cover you again. If you cry out to me now, I will strengthen what remains. If you fall to your knees in surrender, I will restore what the locusts tried to eat. But if you let this moment pass, thinking it's just another word, just another emotional moment, then you may wake up one day and realize, my voice has gone quiet. Comment 222 if you trust me to speak this to you now. I don't send final alerts often, but when I do, it's not out of anger, it's out of mercy. It's a rescue. It's me pulling you out of the burning house before it collapses. This world has wrapped its hands around your mind. You're busy chasing things that drain you. You're trying to fill your spirit with things that only leave you emptier. And I've been speaking in whispers, nudging you back. But now, the whisper is turning into a final cry. My child, I am still the same God that parted the sea. I'm still the same God that shut the mouths of lions, that made the sun stand still, that raised the dead and healed the broken. I am still the God of fire and thunder, of comfort and peace. I have not changed. But your heart has wandered. You've put your faith in people who failed you. You've made idols out of relationships, careers, even pain. But I am the one who can restore what you lost. I am the one who still holds your future. But listen carefully now. Every time you ignore my call, your heart hardens. Every time you delay your surrender, the enemy steps closer. And you may not see the danger yet, but you will if you keep walking this path. That's why I'm calling you louder. That's why I'm saying this is your final alert. Because if you keep waiting, you'll run out of grace for this season. And when grace lifts, battles begin. I don't want you to fight battles I never called you to face. You are chosen, you are marked. My angels have surrounded you for so long, and you don't even know what they've shielded you from. But they do not stay where my voice is rejected. They follow my hand, and if my hand lifts, that covering shifts too. So don't push me away in this moment. Fall on your face. Return to me with all your heart. I will receive you. I will wash you. I will make you new. Like this video if you know you've been saved from things you didn't even see coming. Is it possible to attract money by simply speaking some miraculous words? This 9-word script, verified by Harvard and 6 neuroscience labs, proves you absolutely can. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected bank deposits, cleared debts, and upgraded lives. It takes less than 30 seconds. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. Your tears are not weakness. They are seeds. Seeds of repentance. Seeds of surrender. I see the battle in your mind, the war between giving in and giving up. But I am your strength. I am your rescue. You don't have to figure it all out. You just have to say, "Yes, Lord, I'm coming back. I never stopped loving you." But love is also truth. And the truth is your time of running is coming to an end. This is not a message for someone else. This is for you. You've been tired. You've been distant. You've been going through the motions while your heart drifts. But I know it. And I'm not angry with you. I'm trying to bring you back before the storm. Before the collapse. Before the night falls and you can't see your way back. That's why I gave this word now, so that you would know you are still on my mind. You are still loved. But you must respond. You must lay down what's been killing you slowly. That secret habit, that compromise, that bitterness, that pride, that comfort in things that are pulling you away. I see it all. But I am still offering my hand. Even now, even with 10 seconds left, will you reach for me? Will you let go of what you were never meant to carry? The countdown is still ticking, and every second you delay brings you closer to the edge. But my hand is still stretched out. You are not forsaken. Not yet. But you must act now. You must respond with more than feelings, with surrender, with a decision, with your whole heart. You've been standing in the middle, 1 foot in my presence, 1 foot in the world. You speak my name but entertain what I told you to leave behind. You want the blessing but ignore the instruction. My child, that's not how this works. My hand covers those who trust me fully, not halfway, not part-time. I see your struggle. I see how tired you are, and I know that deep inside you want freedom, you want peace. But you've been going in circles, trying to do it your way. That's why the anxiety hasn't lifted. That's why the confusion won't break. You need me, not as a backup plan, but as your first, only, and final hope. Comment 333 to declare your faith in this moment. This is not judgment, this is mercy in its final hour. I am warning you because I want you back. I'm speaking clearly because the enemy has planned an attack you are not ready for. You think you're strong, but you've been fighting with empty weapons. You've let pride make you believe you can handle life alone. But now, the storm is near, and your house is not built on rock, it's on sand, weak, cracking, ready to collapse. That's why I'm shouting. That's why I'm sending this alert, because you are loved, and love doesn't stay silent when danger is near. Don't say, "I'll do it tomorrow." Don't say, "Maybe later." There may not be a later. The door won't stay open forever. My spirit doesn't always strive with man. There comes a time when I step back, when I let the consequences fall. And I don't want that for you. I want to restore what was broken. I want to rebuild what you destroyed. I want to renew your joy, your strength, your purpose. But I will not do it against your will. You have to want me more than your pride, more than your past, more than your fear. You say, "But I've failed too much." I say, "My grace is still deeper." You say, "I'm not strong enough." I say, "My power is made perfect in weakness." You say, "I've gone too far." I say, "I'll leave the 99 to find you." My child, I am not afraid of your mess. I am not surprised by your struggle. I came for the broken. I came for the weary. I came for the ones who can't fix it on their own. But I can't heal what you hide. I can't rescue what you won't release. This is your moment. Don't miss it. Comment 555 if you feel God is reaching into your situation. You've been under attack, not just in your life, but in your mind. The enemy has been whispering lies, saying you're forgotten, saying it's too late, saying you'll never change. But I am breaking that lie right now. You are not too far. You are not too broken. You are not beyond reach. You are mine. You've always been mine. Even when you walked away, I never stopped following. Even when you ignored me, I never stopped protecting you. That car accident should have taken you. That sickness could have consumed you. That mistake could have destroyed everything. But my hand held you. My mercy covered what you didn't even know to pray for. But now it's time to come home. Not to religion, not to rituals, to me. I want your heart, not your performance. I want your trust, not your perfection. You've been trained to think you have to earn my love. But my love was never earned. It was given. At the cross. In blood. In sacrifice. I gave everything so you could have me. And now I'm asking, will you give me what I died for? Will you give me your heart? You may not feel worthy, but worth was never the condition. I make you worthy. My presence washes what the world calls dirty. My blood covers what sin tried to stain. But you must step forward. You must open the door. I'm knocking. Will you let me in? I won't barge in. I won't force you. I will stand here until the last second. But if you turn away again, if you silence me again, you may not hear this knock another time. This is more than a warning. It's an invitation. It's a lifeline. You think you're surviving, but I see how close you are to sinking. And I don't want to lose you to the waves. I don't want to watch you drift so far you can't see the shore. I'm calling you now not just to escape what's coming, but to step into what I've prepared. You have no idea what I've been building for you. You have no idea how close you are to the miracle. But you won't reach it without me. You can't walk into blessing while clinging to rebellion. Let it go. What if everything you've been taught about money is a lie? A hidden 9-word prayer buried in a classified FBI report is now helping thousands attract wealth without lifting a finger. Scientists say it activates a 150-million-year-old part of your brain that controls abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing, but the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. This world is shaking, foundations are crumbling, systems are failing, and you've been trying to hold it all together in your own strength. But I am the rock. I am the firm place beneath your feet. I am the anchor in the storm. You've cried for stability, but kept choosing chaos. Now choose me. I will not just bring peace to your situation, I will bring peace to your soul. You've been restless, but in me you will rest. There is no shame in returning. The prodigal came back with nothing but regret, and I ran to him. I didn't wait. I didn't scold him. I embraced him. And I'll do the same for you, right now, in this very moment. If you whisper my name, if you cry out Jesus, I'll come running. I'm closer than you think. I'm not far away. I'm in this very room. I've been here all along, just waiting, watching, hoping you'd realize that everything you're searching for is me. This is not the end of your story. This is the turning point. This is where your comeback begins, where chains break, where old wounds start to heal, where purpose awakens. But it starts with surrender. And surrender starts with trust, not in what you see, but in who I am. I am still God. I am still good. I am still with you. I see the weariness behind your smile. I see the questions that keep you awake at night. I know how long you've been trying to carry what was never yours to carry, and I know what it's cost you. But this is where it changes if you let me. There are things breaking around you that I never intended to break. But when you step out from under my covering, you invite the very storms I was holding back. Not because I want to see you suffer, but because I won't force you to choose me. I gave you free will, and I honor it. But understand this: freedom without me is not freedom at all. It's bondage dressed in disguise. And many of you have been living like prisoners, calling it freedom, when your spirit is actually shackled by shame, fear, addiction, or pride. Comment 1212 if you believe God is speaking directly into your heart. You've been looking for answers in people, in money, in distraction, but they can't carry you. They can't heal you. You've tried everything and still come up empty. Why? Because you were never created to live without me. I'm not just a part of your life, I am life. Apart from me, there is no peace, no purpose, no lasting joy. That's why things keep falling apart. That's why it feels like something is always missing. Because it is. It's me. You've tried to fill that space with everything else, but it's a God-shaped space. Only I can fit there. You've spent too long in the wilderness of your own decisions, wandering, surviving, building temporary shelters out of broken habits. But I didn't call you to live in survival mode. I called you to flourish. I called you to overflow. But you keep revisiting the same patterns, returning to what I already freed you from. That's not because you're weak. It's because you've forgotten who I am. I am still the deliverer, still the chain breaker, still the God who takes what was meant for harm and turns it for good. But I need your yes, not your halfway obedience, not your silent agreement, your full surrender. And I know you're scared. Surrender feels risky when you've been hurt before, when trust has been broken, when hope has disappointed. But I've never lied to you. I've never left you. I've never changed. My love doesn't fade when you fall. It doesn't vanish when you doubt. I don't love you less on your worst days. I wait for you. I fight for you. I prepare a table in the presence of what tried to destroy you. That's who I am. And that's why I'm calling now. Because the battle coming isn't one you can face without me. Comment 777 if you trust God is standing in front of what's been trying to break you. I've seen the tears you didn't tell anyone about, the breakdowns behind closed doors, the silent cries in the dark. I was there. And I wasn't just watching, I was weeping with you. I felt every ounce of your pain. But I also saw what you didn't. I saw the way I shielded you from a worse fall. I saw how I kept you standing when everything tried to knock you down. You thought you were alone, but you weren't. You just weren't listening. You were so focused on what hurt you, you couldn't hear me healing you. But now, I'm speaking louder. Not in anger, but in urgency, because you've reached a spiritual intersection. The road you're on is headed toward ruin, not because I planned it that way, but because choices have consequences. And some of the things you're dealing with are not attacks from the enemy, they're results of your own disobedience. But I'm not here to condemn you. I'm here to reroute you. If you'll stop running, if you'll stop resisting, if you'll just say, God, take it all, I will. I don't need you to be strong. I need you to be honest. I don't need you to pretend. I need you to surrender. And yes, surrender will cost you. It will cost you pride. It will cost you comfort. It will cost you control. But what you gain in return is far greater. Peace that can't be shaken. Purpose that can't be stolen. Protection that goes beyond what your eyes can see. I don't promise ease. I promise victory. And I walk with those who walk with me. You think the door is closing. You're right, but not to punish you. It's to preserve you. Because the season you're entering cannot be handled with the same casual faith you've carried. This next part of your life needs you fully awake, fully surrendered, fully guarded, and I will equip you. I will walk with you. I will surround you with favor like a shield. But I will not compete with idols. I will not bless rebellion. I will not pour into a vessel that keeps leaking because of secret compromise. Why are neuroscientists obsessed with a 9-word sentence? Because this sentence, spoken once a day, is turning financial stress into sudden blessings. More than 19,000 people have already used it to erase debt and unlock a life of wealth, freedom, and peace. The results are so powerful, some believe it's divine. If you're seeing this, you're lucky the page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. Some of you are right on the edge of breakthrough, but you're also on the edge of burnout because you've been doing it without me. You've been working in your own strength, fighting battles in your own mind, trying to figure it all out, fix it all, hold it all together. But that was never your role. That was mine. Give it back to me. Lay it down, and I will carry what's been crushing you. I will speak peace over the storm inside of you. I will quiet the chaos and lead you step by step. And no, this won't be instant, this won't be painless, but it will be holy, it will be right. It will be worth it, because you're not meant to just survive. You're meant to shine, to rise, to walk in power. You're my child, my beloved, my chosen, and I don't abandon what I call. I finish what I start. I restore what's been lost. I redeem what's been broken. But I need your yes. Not next week, not later, now. The clock is still ticking. My hand is still extended. The door is still open. But it won't stay that way forever. Don't wait for the pain to get worse. Don't wait for life to fall apart completely. You don't need to hit rock bottom to return. You just need to hear me now and obey. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to save you. From yourself, from the trap set ahead, from the weight that's getting heavier by the day. You know it's not working. You feel it deep inside. So why keep carrying it alone? Let me in. Let me lead. Let me heal what they broke. Let me show you that your story isn't over, it's just beginning. There is more for you. More healing, more favor, more freedom. But first, there must be surrender. I never stop speaking, but life, pride, fear, and sin have kept you from hearing clearly. And now, the final alert is sounding, because the time for hesitation is over. You are standing between life and loss, between divine protection and the consequences of walking alone, and the decision is yours. There is no peace in pretending. You've tried to act like everything is okay, like you're in control. But I see the storm that's been building under the surface, the thoughts that attack you in the stillness, the guilt that weighs on you, the emptiness that success couldn't fill. You've been drifting. Even if your mouth still says, "My name," your heart has wandered, and you know it. That's why I'm confronting you now, not to shame you, but to save you. Because where you are heading without my covering will cost you more than you are prepared to pay. Comment 999 if you know God is calling you back right now. You can't afford to keep playing with grace like it's endless. Grace is powerful, but it's not permission to stay the same. It's an invitation to transformation. It's the space I give you to change. But that space is sacred, and it's not guaranteed forever. When you hear my voice, respond. Don't assume you'll have another chance. Don't gamble with eternity. Don't trade what is eternal for what is temporary. I've watched so many walk away with the blessing in their hands but no surrender in their heart, and they lost everything. I don't want that for you. You've prayed for me to move. But I've been waiting for you to move first, to turn from the things that break my heart, to stop running back to what I've already called you out of. You've asked for healing, but you keep returning to the wound. You've asked for favor, but you ignore my instruction. I'm not a genie. I'm your father. I'm not here to serve your plans. I'm here to redeem your life. But redemption requires repentance. And repentance isn't just words, it's a change of direction. I know it's hard to let go. I know there are things that have become part of your identity, that relationship, that addiction, that version of yourself you've been holding on to. But it's killing you. Slowly, quietly, spiritually. And I'm asking you to lay it down so I can give you something better. What you think you're losing is nothing compared to what I'm offering. But you have to trust me. Not just with your words, with your life, with your future, with everything. Comment 1010 if you are choosing surrender over pride. Do not mistake my silence for absence. Do not mistake my patience for approval. I've waited. I've watched. I've warned. But now I'm moving. And either you move with me, or you'll be left wondering why everything suddenly feels harder, colder, darker. It's because my hand doesn't stay where my presence is rejected. I protect what is mine, but I don't force myself where I'm not wanted. And some of you have pushed me away so many times, your heart has started to believe the lie that I'm no longer near, but I am. I am still near to the brokenhearted. I still rescue those crushed in spirit. I still restore the soul. But you must reach for me. You must stop entertaining what's been distracting you from me. That constant scrolling, that endless noise, those voices that feed your fear instead of your faith, it's all drowning out what really matters. And I've been waiting for you to silence it all and listen again. I never stopped speaking. You just stopped listening. I'm not calling you to perfection. I'm calling you to connection. I want your heart, not your performance. I want real, not religious. I want you in your weakness, your pain, your confusion, because I am the one who brings clarity, peace, and healing. But you won't find it while you're still chasing what I told you to leave. You can't receive new wine while clinging to old wineskins. You can't walk in power while entertaining darkness. It's time to choose. The world will not tell you this. The world will tell you that your truth is enough, that feelings should lead, that discipline is oppression and compromise is freedom. But that is the wide road, and it leads to destruction. My path is narrow. It requires sacrifice, but it leads to life, real life, abundant life, eternal life. And you were made for this path. I wrote your name in my book before you were born. I crafted your destiny with my own hands. You are not an accident, you are mine. This banned wealth signal was hidden in a government vault for over 70 years until now. It's a simple 9-word brain trigger used by elites to attract unlimited money while the rest of the world struggles. But the moment too many people see this, it could be deleted. Click the link in the description and comments before it's taken down forever. But now the enemy is watching closely. He's studying your patterns. He sees how close you are to your breakthrough. And he's doing everything he can to distract, delay, or destroy you before you reach it. That's why this word is urgent. That's why this moment matters. Because if you don't turn now, you may walk straight into a battle you're not prepared for. And I never meant for you to fight it. I meant for you to walk with me through it, shielded, covered, and victorious. Let go of the fear that's been whispering, what if? What if you fall again? What if it doesn't work? What if they laugh? What if you lose everything? My child, what if you don't fall? What if you rise? What if this is the moment that changes everything? What if I'm already working behind the scenes? What if everything that's been broken is about to be made whole, not because you got it right, but because you finally gave it to me? I am not done with you. I never was. What you saw as an ending was a pause. What you felt as silence was a setup. I've been preparing you in the hidden place, training you in the wilderness, and now I'm calling you into the next chapter. But you must close the old one. You must walk away from the comfort of what's familiar but harmful. You must stop looking back. Lot's wife looked back, and she lost everything. But you still have time. You can still move forward. And I will walk every step with you. You are not disqualified. You are not too far. The enemy may have whispered that it's too late, but I say, the prodigal still has a home. The lost sheep still gets found. The broken vessel still gets filled. I use the unlikely. I call the forgotten. I raise the dead things. And if you let me, I will breathe new life into places you thought were gone forever. You didn't come this far to stop now. You didn't survive what you did just to live stuck. There's more. There's always been more. But you'll only find it on the path of surrender, on the road that leads back to me. You know what you need to do. I'm not asking for later. I'm asking for now, before the next distraction pulls you back, before the enemy convinces you again that this is just emotion. This is not emotion, this is encounter. This is not hype, this is holy. Everything that's been happening lately, the inner turmoil, the emotional swings, the unexpected delays, none of it is random. I've been trying to get your attention because where you are heading without me is dangerous, not just physically, not just emotionally, spiritually, eternally. The decisions you make now will shape the doors that open or shut in the days ahead. You don't see the full picture, but I do. I see the traps the enemy has placed just ahead. I see the wrong turns that feel harmless at first, but lead you far from me. I see the people who are smiling now but will betray you later. And I have been trying to pull you out, to set you apart, to protect you, but your pride, your fear, your love for control has blocked the way. I won't force you. I won't beg you. But I will warn you. Comment 1515 if you're hearing this warning in your spirit. My child, listen closely. You've been walking with one eye on me and one on the world. One hand holding on to faith, the other still grasping things I told you to release. You are not called to live divided. That inner tension you've been feeling, that constant battle between peace and pressure, it's the result of trying to live in both kingdoms. But my kingdom is not divided. I will not share the throne of your heart with anything or anyone. Not your ambition, not your secret sin, not your comfort. I want all of you, or I will not stay. That might sound harsh, but it's truth. My love is holy. It purifies, it restores, but it also consumes. It burns away what doesn't belong, and that burning may feel like loss, but it is actually freedom. I am not trying to take good things from you. I'm removing what's been poisoning you slowly. You've been praying for breakthrough, but your hands are still full of what I'm asking you to lay down. You've been asking for blessing, but your heart is still tangled in bitterness. Let it go. Trust me enough to release it. I can give you something better. You keep wondering why things haven't changed, why the heaviness hasn't lifted, why your prayers feel dry. It's not because I don't hear you. It's because I'm waiting for your full surrender, not just lip service, real surrender. That means even if I say no, you still follow. Even if I take something you thought you needed, you still trust. Even if I reroute your entire plan, you still praise me. That's what faith looks like. Not comfort, not ease, obedience. Comment 1717 if you are choosing obedience over your own understanding. The enemy isn't threatened by a lukewarm believer. He doesn't fear people who attend church but never change. He fears surrender. He fears the one who wakes up and says, God, take everything. I don't want to move without you. Because that kind of surrender gives me full access. And when I have full access, chains break, generational curses end, restoration flows. That's why the enemy has been trying to wear you down, not to stop you, but to keep you stuck in cycles of distraction, disappointment, delay. But cycles break when surrender begins. When you stop pretending to be strong and admit you need me. When you stop trying to manage your own healing and let me dig out what's been buried for too long. Some of you are carrying wounds from years ago, words that were spoken over you, abandonment that marked you, shame that wrapped itself around your identity. And you've learned how to survive with it, but I didn't call you to survive. I called you to be whole. Can just saying 9 words daily actually make money flow into your life? A top neuroscientist says yes, and the FBI accidentally confirmed it. This forgotten prayer is now transforming ordinary people into debt-free and financially free for life. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the link in description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. And I am the only one who can make you whole. No relationship will fix what's broken inside you. No amount of success will silence that emptiness. You could gain the world and your soul would still cry out for me. Because I'm not just a part of your life, I'm the source. You breathe because I gave you breath. You live because I gave you life. And until you return to me fully, you'll always feel like something is missing. Because something is. You're tired because you've been fighting battles in your own strength, but I didn't call you to fight alone. The victory is mine. The battle belongs to me. I go before you. I make crooked paths straight. I shut the mouths of lions. But I cannot fight for someone who keeps walking into war zones I never sent them to. Let me lead. Let me speak. Let me show you which doors are mine and which ones are traps. You've wasted too much time trying to open doors that I already closed. I'm not asking you to figure everything out. I'm asking you to trust me step by step. I'm not a distant God. I'm not cold. I'm not hiding. I'm right here, in the middle of your mess, in the middle of your doubts. I'm whispering even now. Come back. Return to me. Not with excuses, not with delay. Just come back. I'll receive you. I'll clothe you again in righteousness. I'll give you beauty for ashes. But you have to move. You have to turn. You have to come home. Some of you are afraid that you'll fail again, that you'll fall back into the same sin, that you'll let me down. But hear me, I don't call you because you're perfect. I call you because I have plans for you. I will teach you. I will walk with you. I will correct you in love, but I will not leave you. You may stumble, but I will not let you be destroyed. I am your shepherd, and I leave the 99 to chase the one. You are that one today. And yes, it will take courage to walk away from what's familiar, to leave behind what used to define you. But the call is greater than the comfort. You've been chosen for more. There is a destiny on your life that the enemy has been trying to bury, but I'm uncovering it now. I'm shaking you awake, because this world needs the version of you that is fully surrendered to me. The world needs your light, but you must stop dimming it for people who were never meant to walk with you. There's someone you need to forgive. There's something you need to release. There's a step you've been delaying out of fear, and I'm telling you now, do it. The time is short, the hour is late, the shaking is coming, and those who are not rooted in me will fall with everything else. But if you're grounded in me, you will stand. Not just stand, but flourish. I will make you like a tree planted by streams of water. In drought, you will bear fruit. In storm, you will stand tall. But your roots must be in me. So decide now. Will you let this be another word that stirs you for a moment but fades by tomorrow? Or will this be the moment you truly change? I'm offering more than inspiration. I'm offering resurrection, a new life, a new heart, a new direction. You don't have to clean yourself up first. You just have to come. I will do the rest. I will wash you. I will heal you. I will build again what life tried to tear down. This is me, your creator, your redeemer, your father reaching into your life with a final call before the shift. Before what has been hidden becomes visible. Before what has been delayed is either released or lost. The urgency in your spirit isn't panic, it's me. I am shaking your soul awake before it's too late. The battle you've been facing lately is not just about stress or bad luck or difficult people. It's a war for your soul. The pressure you've been under is a sign that something is about to break, for better or worse, depending on what you choose next. I am not sending this word to make you afraid, but to make you aware. You are being called out, pulled higher, lifted from where you've been stuck. But if you ignore this call again, your silence will speak louder than your prayers. Comment Amen if you choose to respond to his voice right now. Do you really think I would keep allowing this discomfort in your spirit if I wasn't trying to rescue you? Do you think the battles and confusion are random? No. The shaking is intentional. It's me removing the false security you built around yourself. It's me exposing what you thought you could manage. You've been praying for me to open doors, but not all doors lead to blessing. Some lead to bondage. And I've been shutting what you were never meant to walk through. You called it rejection, but I called it protection. You've asked me, why is nothing working? Why do I feel distant from you? Why am I not hearing you like before? My child, it's not that I've moved, it's that you have. You've drifted into distractions. You've filled your schedule and starved your spirit. You've trusted your own understanding over my wisdom. You've wanted to live your own truth while still asking for my blessings. But truth is not a personal opinion. Truth is a person. I am the way. I am the truth. I am the life. Outside of me there is no direction, no peace, and no real purpose. Comment 1111 if you believe God is calling you back before it's too late. Let me speak this to your soul. You cannot outrun my calling, but you can miss my timing. You've been living as if there's always another chance, always another season, always more time. But even time bends to my command. Even grace has seasons, and you are in a closing window. One that is still open now, but not for long. If you keep ignoring me, the consequences you've been shielded from will no longer be delayed. My protection does not cover disobedience forever. This is your moment to turn, not because I am angry, but because I love you too much to leave you where you are. Why are 55 countries using the same mysterious money script? Because a leaked research file just exposed a 9-word pattern that activates wealth-attracting pathways in the brain. Repeat it daily, and watch money flow like water into your life. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. I have been with you through every dark night. I saw you when no one else did. I stayed when others walked away. I comforted you when your heart was too broken to speak. I heard your silent prayers, and I collected your tears like treasure. But now I'm asking, will you trust me with the next step? Will you stop pretending that you're fine when you're spiritually starving? Will you stop acting strong and just fall into my arms? You don't need to impress me. I am already pleased when you're honest. All I want is your heart. All I've ever wanted is you. You say you've sinned too much, that you're not worthy. But my grace never depended on your worthiness. It flowed from my love. While you were still in sin, I died for you. When you were far off, I called you by name. And now I'm calling you again, not because you deserve another chance, but because I am merciful. Because I still see who you really are. You may see failure. I see potential. You may feel broken. I see a vessel ready to be filled. You may feel lost, but I know exactly where you are, and I've come to bring you home. There's a reason you've felt uneasy lately. Your spirit is wrestling because it knows you were made for more than this. You've been trying to live a double life, spiritual on the outside, but compromised on the inside. You've become numb to things that used to grieve you. What you once called sin, you now call normal. And slowly, your heart has grown cold. But I'm not speaking to condemn you, I'm speaking to reignite you, to stir up what's been sleeping, to wake you before the damage is irreversible. You were created for communion with me, not just on Sunday, not just when you're desperate, but daily, deeply, honestly. I want you to walk with me again like you did when your faith was pure. Before the pain, before the distractions, before the disappointment, come back to that place. Let me heal what's hardened. Let me restore what was lost. Let me remind you who you are and whose you are. I didn't bring you through every storm just for you to drown now. I didn't let you survive the battles just for you to lose the war within. There is still victory ahead, but only if you follow me. The path I have for you is not easy, but it's holy. It's narrow, but it leads to life. You've tried shortcuts, and they've only led to detours. Now is the time to trust the shepherd. Not just with your Sunday prayers, but with your every step. And yes, it will cost you something, but the cost of staying where you are is far greater. If you keep waiting until it's convenient, you'll wake up in a place where My voice feels like a distant memory, and I never wanted that for you. I want closeness. I want covenant. I want a real relationship, not religious habits. I want your heart, not your routine. Will you give it to me? There's a purpose over your life that hell has been trying to silence since the day you were born. That's why the attacks have been so personal. That's why the trials have felt relentless. Because you carry something heaven put inside you, and the enemy fears it. But it will never rise while you stay chained to what I told you to walk away from. Freedom doesn't come from convenience. It comes from obedience. The enemy has plans, but so do I. And mine will prevail if you let me lead. The door is still open, the hand is still extended, but time is precious. You've wasted enough. Don't waste what's left. I am calling you once more because the season is shifting. What you do next will either release what I've been preparing or allow it to slip through your hands. And I don't want you to lose it. I don't want you to miss what's been set aside for you since the beginning. The blessings you've been praying for, crying for, fasting for, they are real. They are ready. But they require your surrender. Not your partial obedience. Not your conditions. I want everything. That means your plans, your timelines, your excuses. I want your heart completely. I'm not just trying to get you to stop sinning. I'm trying to bring you into fullness, into peace that doesn't break when things get hard, into joy that doesn't fade when people walk away, into purpose that isn't shaken by disappointment. But I cannot give you what's holy if your hands are still clinging to what's harmful. Comment 222 if you trust that God is doing something deep in your life. You've waited for signs. You've asked for confirmation. You've said, God, if this is really you, make it clear. This is me making it clear. This is your sign. Not written in the sky, but spoken straight into your spirit. Don't wait for everything around you to crumble before you finally come back. Don't wait until your strength gives out, your connections fall through, and your peace disappears. You don't need to hit the bottom again to know that I am your foundation. You already know. You've always known. Now walk in it. You've seen what happens when you try to control everything. You've tasted the emptiness of doing things your way. It worked for a while, until it didn't. You got the success, but not the satisfaction. You got the attention, but not the healing. You're surrounded by people, yet still lonely. And that's because none of it can replace me. I didn't create you to live disconnected. I didn't design you to figure life out on your own. You were meant to walk with me, step by step, breath by breath, moment by moment. You say, but I don't feel worthy. I say, you are mine. You say, but I've failed too much. I say, my mercy is new every morning. You say, but I'm afraid I'll fall again. I say, even when you fall, I will uphold you with my hand. I never asked you to be perfect. I asked you to be willing. I can work with weakness. I can rebuild brokenness. But I will not bless rebellion. You must choose. You must lay it down. Comment 777. If you are ready to lay down everything holding you back from God. What secret did the FBI hide about your brain and money? They discovered a phrase just 9 words long that flips a switch in your mind to attract wealth without effort. It's already changed the lives of thousands of people in just weeks. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. What I have planned for you is more than survival. It's more than just getting by. I created you for victory, for kingdom purpose. You're not here just to exist. You're here to impact, to carry my glory, to shine light in dark places. But how can you carry light when you're still hiding parts of your life in the dark? You can't fight for others when you're still at war with yourself. Come out of hiding. Let me into the places you've kept shut. I already know what's there, and I still choose you. This is not just about you. This is about the generations after you. The decisions you make now are creating ripples far beyond your lifetime. Some of the cycles you're stuck in didn't start with you, but they can end with you. I'm giving you the authority to break what others before you couldn't, but you cannot break spiritual chains with natural strength. You need me. You need my spirit. And my spirit flows in obedience, not convenience. Stop delaying what you know needs to change. You've gotten comfortable in dysfunction. You've learned how to survive in pain. But I didn't call you to stay there. I called you out of Egypt. I called you through the wilderness. I called you into the promise. But the promise requires pruning. It requires faith. It requires leaving behind the things that cannot go with you. And some of you are still trying to drag dead weight into a living promise. Let it go. It's not rejection, it's redirection. I know it hurts. I know you wanted it to work. But not everything that feels right is from me. Not everyone who says the right things is sent by me. I see the hearts. I see the motives. I see the things you can't. Trust me when I take things away. Trust me when I end what you didn't expect. I'm not punishing you, I'm protecting you. I'd rather you feel temporary pain now than lifelong regret later. You've cried in secret. You've wondered if I still see you, if I still care, if I'm still with you. And my answer is yes. I see you. I care deeply. I've never left. But I'm waiting for you to return, not with shallow promises or emotional moments, but with true surrender. I'm not looking for perfection, I'm looking for real. A heart that says, God, I don't know how to fix this, but I trust you to take over. That's all I need. If you give me that, I'll show you what restoration really looks like. You will see healing, but not just in your body, in your soul, in your mind, in your memories. You will see restoration, but it starts when you stop pretending and start obeying. You will see joy return, not when life gets easier, but when you walk with me through it. I never promised no storms. I promised I'd be with you in the storm. And I've never lost a battle, not one. Don't let fear stop you now. Don't let shame convince you to stay quiet. Don't let pride keep you from reaching for me. I know it's not easy, but I've already gone before you. I've already prepared the way. I've already made provision for the season you're stepping into. But you can't enter it dragging old chains. You must be willing to step into the unknown with me, trusting that I'll never leave your side. I've covered you for so long. I've protected you even when you didn't ask for it. But that covering is tied to closeness. And I won't keep covering what you won't surrender. This is your final alert, your last chance to step back under the shelter of my wings. The rain is coming. The shaking is near. But those who are in me will not be moved. They will stand while others fall. They will shine while others fade. And I want you to be one of them. You've gotten used to the delay, used to wandering, used to the wilderness. So much so you almost forgot that I promised you more. But I didn't create you to survive cycles of struggle and shame. I made you to rise, to walk in purpose, to live free. Yet here you are bound by what I already broke, stuck in patterns I already paid to destroy. Not because I failed, but because you haven't truly let go. You've prayed, but you haven't released. You've cried, but you haven't surrendered. And now I'm standing here again, asking one more time, will you trust me enough to leave it behind? Comment 333 if you are choosing to trust God with everything today. There's something I've placed inside you that the world didn't give and the world can't take away. But you've buried it, covered it, silenced it. Because of fear, because of failure, because of the lies that said you'll never be enough. But I'm unearthing it now. I'm stirring it again. That gift, that calling, that fire. You've run from it, denied it, ignored it, but it's still there, still alive, still waiting for your yes. And not a halfway yes, a full, complete, bold yes. That's what unlocks what I've prepared. Stop measuring your future by your past. Stop assuming that because it didn't work before, it won't work now. I wasn't finished then. I was preparing, shaping, refining. I allowed some things to break so you'd learn to build with me. I allowed certain doors to shut so you'd learn to trust my timing. You thought I was punishing you, but I was positioning you. You thought I was silent, but I was setting the stage. And now it's time. But I won't force you to step into what you're called to do. I'll only invite you. You must walk through the door willingly. You've wanted peace, but you've protected your pain more than my promise. You've wanted clarity, but you've clung to confusion because it's familiar. I'm asking you to choose what's hard now so you can have what's holy later. I'm asking you to die to the things that feel safe but are slowly stealing your destiny. I'm asking you to leave what's been comforting you so I can become your comfort. I am the Prince of Peace, but peace doesn't come while you still entertain the things that war against your soul. Comment 555 if you are laying your pain down and picking up his peace. A neuroscientist says yes. A 9-word script, long buried in government files, can fire up a prehistoric brainwave that pulls money in faster. This breakthrough is already under legal pressure and could disappear any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You've said, "God, I'm waiting on you." But really, I've been waiting on you, waiting for your full surrender, waiting for you to stop bargaining with your obedience, waiting for you to stop using me as a backup plan. I am not a safety net. I am your source. I am not a last resort. I am the first and the final word. And until you treat me like the treasure I am, you will keep chasing what will never satisfy. There are things I'm ready to release. Answers to prayer you haven't even dared to pray yet. Restoration in relationships you thought were over. Healing in places that have hurt for years. But I don't pour new wine into old wineskins. I don't pour blessing into a life still bound to rebellion. You must clean house, not just externally but in the quiet places of your heart. That bitterness you're still feeding, let it go. That secret sin you've excused, confess it. That weight of unforgiveness you've learned to carry, lay it down. Freedom is on the other side of your honesty. I know what they did to you. I know what it cost you. I know how tired you are of starting over. But I'm not like them. I won't abandon you. I won't use you. I won't give up on you when things get hard. I've loved you at your worst, and I'm here to lift you into your best. But you must stop trying to carry it all by yourself. You were never meant to. You were meant to walk with me, to let me shoulder what's breaking you. And yes, there will be loss in this surrender, but what you gain will make you wonder why you held on so long. You'll gain peace where there was anxiety, clarity where there was confusion, healing where there was torment. I will replace the ashes with beauty, but I cannot do it while you still grip the fire. Open your hands, let go of what's not me, and watch what I place in your life instead.